Hey guys, so this is pretty interesting. It's the first live thing I've done on Facebook, pretty much ever. I've wanted to talk about life insurance on my business page for quite a while, and I'm going to do it here and hopefully share that over to my business page. But this is that Life Insurance 101 video I've been talking to people about. I want you to understand the basics of life insurance because I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it. A lot of people are scared to ask. You know, they think talking about it's going to bring something bad into the future, and I don't think that's true. I think we all need to have the knowledge so that we can make the proper decisions. Now, a lot of things I hear from people about life insurance when they are talking to me is, oh, I can't afford it. Well, you got $3.75 that you spend every day on that latte. That's about $1,500 a year. You turn that into life insurance and you got a lot better protection than you would otherwise. People often say, well, I have life insurance at work. Well, you know, when you leave work, you change jobs, that life insurance policy doesn't go with you. A couple people that joined there, one of them's an agent. Interesting. So, the other thing I hear from people is nothing will ever happen to me. Well, if Trump and Clinton can get ready to run for the presidential election, I'm pretty sure we're all positive that anything's possible in this life. So another good reason to have life insurance. Two basic types of life insurance. There's term insurance and whole life insurance. Term insurance is the cheaper of the two. It's more affordable. The way that that's set up is it's a set period of time, either 10, 20, 30 years. You pay into it over that term, and if you pass during that time, then your beneficiaries collect what's called the death benefit. It's pretty straightforward. You pay for it for 10 years, you're guaranteed that death benefit. Barring any other policy provisions, after those 10 years, that policy's done. We commonly refer to it like renting the car, you know. After a while, you don't use it anymore. A lot of people use this to cover their mortgage, other business insurance needs, things like that, other exposures that they might have that will end at a certain amount of time. You know, that 30-year mortgage that you have that starts off at $200,000, over time you pay that down. Well, a term policy is something that works very well to cover that risk. Whole life insurance is a different animal. There's a lot of permutations to it, and I think it's something that everybody needs to know about. You pay more than you do for term life insurance because of the advantages of whole life insurance. They provide the ability to gain cash value as you go on, and over time, whole life insurance gains cash value. You can use that money in the cash accumulation account to do things that you wouldn't otherwise have to do. You know, you can pay for that wedding, pay for that addition to the house, start a small business, things like that. There's a lot more people on here than I anticipated. I didn't think that was going to be the case. You know, and there's other, like I said, there's other permutations to whole life insurance that are hard to understand, but, you know, that's more like buying the car. You pay into that every month, typically more than just the cost of insurance, and you get that cash accumulation, which can be used in numerous different ways. So, you know that the two basic types of insurance are term and whole. You know that you need life insurance because it can provide future for your kids. It can have a lasting impact on future generations. It definitely something you want to have in your arsenal, and something you should talk about with a professional like myself or someone else that you're close to. If you're in Missouri, I know we've got people on there from Missouri. We've got people on there from New York. Talk to anybody that you want. Get the information. Take it home. Think about it. And figure out a way to secure your future for you and your family. You know, and even if you're not in my state, give me a call. Shoot me a message, a text. I'd love to talk to you guys about this. It's something I think is important for a lot of people. There aren't too many people I know that when it's all said and done in the next 20, 30 years, you're going to be able to, at the end of the day, leave your grandkids or your kids a sizable chunk of change to actually impact their future. Life insurance does that for you. You know, like I said in the beginning, term is a lot like mortgage insurance for some people. That's a great way to look at it, but that's short-term thinking. And I'm okay with that. If that's all you really need to cover, then that's great. I'd love to help you with that too. But if you really get into the nitty gritty of life and the assets and liabilities that we acquire as we grow older, whole life insurance is something you definitely need to know about. And there are so many different products out there. Not everything's right for everybody. Um, it's something that you really need to ask yourself. What do you want to do with that money? What do you want to protect? Why are you at the table? And I think that that's a longer discussion than this few-minute video is willing to take on. But something you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, when I'm not here anymore, what's going to happen? It's a question that we all think about. I want to help you guys as much as I can. That's why I started this business, is to help people. And I think life insurance is probably the most important policy you're ever going to buy. So become informed. Make sure that you understand the whys, whats, when of the whole thing. At my agency here, we don't ever lock anybody into it until they have a complete understanding of what they're doing, why they're getting what they're getting, and paying for what they're paying for. I think it's important. You should too. Thanks, guys. And if I can figure out how to shut this off, we'll be in good shape.